You're now listening to Straight from the Horse's Mouth podcast.
They are a secret network of international pirates who identify with no nation, no national flag, and no established religion. Their flag is the skull and crossbones, and their god, G-O-D, spells gold, oil, and drugs.
1, 2, alright. Yeah. That's right. Live from the belly. They got me behind the fence. I run shit from the inside. The fucking president of the infamous gang. Get away from my stank. I got that icky, cotton picky shit that had you days. I'm a quadruple OG, a old soul, call me the reincarnation of the pharaoh with an OE. The barrel full of hot lead, shoot a pothead. Talking that shit about hip-hop dead. Now it's live from behind the gate. Permanent smiley.
Welcome to another episode of Straight from the Horse's Mouth podcast. I am 1/3 of your host. You can call me Black. As always, I'm never by myself. To my left, I got Sean P. Pop. Or Sean C. You'll find out what I mean by that. To my right, I got Lean.
What up?
And we are your hosts from Straight from the Horse's Mouth podcast. If you would like to be a part of the conversation, you can always hit us up on our social media platforms. On Facebook, you can hit us up at Horsemouth. On Instagram and Twitter, you can hit us up at SSTHM Podcast. That's SFTHM Podcast. Gentlemen, let's get it in. Lean.
Yo.
My brother.
I ain't late.
My man. Mellow, my man. What was that we was listening to?
You know, that was Prodigy
Yes.
from the group Mobb Deep.
That's so New York.
That was
Right.
his second solo album, HNIC, that was released back in 2009.
And pray
that joint
tell-
is called Real Power is People.
Real power is people.
Yeah.
What does HNIC stand for? No, stop.
Head in charge.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny. I love music because there's so much music that you haven't heard. Like I've
Right.
heard this album, but like a lot of times I'll go back. I might hear an album once, kind of throw it on the shelf, you know, and then go back and listen to it and be like, yo, that's a banger. Like you can always hear good music that you get that feeling from.
Right.
So I've recently, like maybe 3 weeks ago, re-listened to this album and was like, yo, got some bangers. He got some production in there, and you know, Alchemist is a producer on there.
Alchemist going in.
Besides that,
Havoc, Apex. So
nice. That's nice. Besides that, have there ever been any other albums that you sort of like rediscovered? Like you was rocking it at first, and then it just went away, and all of a sudden you picked that joint back up, and like, damn, I don't know why I ever put this motherfucker down.
I mean, it's a lot of them, man. Because you know why? Because now it's more like, I don't know. Like you listen to something, you get caught up in the moment. I mean, everything from like 90 to like fucking 98. Like I just started. I started playing DMX first album again.
Yeah.
Right, and I hadn't listened to it in a while, other than like Get At Me Dog. But there's that, you know, I've been that Stop Being Greedy joint.
Yeah.
That's a dope song. You know?
Yeah, that beat go hard.
I mean, then you look at some of the choruses, like DMX is dope.
Yeah.
Like, I re-listened to. I saw
he
an
ruled the
interview
world.
from him.
Yeah.
I saw an interview
That
with him
cocaine
a couple
got him.
weeks ago, right? I mean, and I started thinking about him because of that, and I said, "Damn!" Like at one point, matter of fact, remember that video I showed you guys of DMX?
Yeah.
And he was singing "Get At Me, Dog," but yo, it literally looked like the whole world was in the crowd.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, yo, I ain't never saw nothing like that. Like, yo, to have like I said, as long as the eye could see, all you saw was people, and to have them chanting the song, I'm like, yo, DMX
I mean, he
was the dude at the apex at one point.
Yeah. I mean, just think how big he could have been if he didn't let drugs and mental health get in his way. But that probably could have been the fuel that, you know.
And the devil. He said he sold his soul to the devil, man. I heard a couple of artists doing that, man, and I believe it though. I believe it. Like what he did something, and then also the devil is like the angel of music. I do believe that there's something to that, man. He said he did. And then also he's always praying, and he got like the devil and God and all his things.
He's
like,
the type of dude like you see on cartoon, the devil on one shoulder. And the
and
angel.
But
seriously.
honestly, though, I mean, it's funny because I just, Taraji Henson just was
Oh.
in front of
Mental health thing.
about mental health.
Yeah.
So it's just
Right.
funny that we're mentioning like he's the mental health and,
Yes.
and drug abuse, man.
Man.
How many people
Man.
does it affect? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of times we don't see, but like each of us in this room have worked with
Yeah.
Right.
a DMX, not
Heck
a
yeah.
DMX that, but
Yeah.
But a person that
The- the
presents the
struggling-
same symptoms.
Yeah.
that present the same symptoms, who's also a lot of times extremely
Talented
Yes.
in one
And
direction.
at one
yeah.
point, so
yeah.
how many times do you see it? So it shows how prevalent it is.
I'll say that I feel like every celebrity we see is mental health. If you think about it, like I think about what made me think about this and I laugh about it is like Kanye West line. I might have said it before when Kanye West was like, "Who you know will do 10 beats a day for 7 summers?" That's compulsive disorder, dog. He obsessive compulsive right there, man. That's
10
not
beats a day
normal.
for 7.
He's like, who you know do 10 beats a day for 7 summers or whatever he said, man. Like,
Right.
all this is like Michael Jordan, all these people that are compulsively in the gym, like Kyrie Irving. He ain't right, man. These artists, I just feel like they get focused. I ain't saying they ain't right, but I'm just saying they're super focused and it's usually an imbalance somewhere of something.
I'm curious, P. Has there ever been a album that you was just hot on, then you put it down, then you rediscovered it again?
Man, I don't see like I thought about
Or do you
this,
even
man.
put them joints down?
I put them down, but
Do
like
you pick them up?
I tell you this. I find some CDs, but what it was like I remember. I feel like I'm gonna lose credibility as soon as I drop.
Nah,
who,
bro.
You will. Go ahead.
It's
but say it anyway.
it's gone, man. But
Long as they don't hurt or have
Will
her,
Smith,
you all right.
man, Will Smith.
Oh,
Smith.
okay.
Like the first jump, like his
Yeah.
first little Blue album, like love that jump. But then I kind of put it down because I knew it was like popcorn rap. But I love that jump. But what was funny was like I got to college and I had it in my CD case. And then my boy Justin, we were going through each other's CD case. He's like, "You got Will Smith," and that was like both of our like secret little favorite album. We went through the whole jump, word for word. His jump was that little candy jump. But yeah, man, Will Smith. Like I think any CD you go back to, it's gonna have a sense of nostalgia because you're gonna go back the way you were when you listen to it, even if you didn't understand it. Because a lot of times you don't understand what the hell you listen to in second grade, and you hear it again in first grade. You're like, wait, they're talking about apartheid, and you didn't even know what the hell they was talking about, but you was just singing.
Because you go like there's certain artists that you go back and even to this day you hear a new lyric. That
Right.
You're like,
Yeah.
oh, shit.
That's
didn't even
deeper than I
realize
thought.
that.
Yeah.
Or how sophisticated they were
Yeah.
during that
Right,
time.
right.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it makes you respect people a lot more. Like, damn, I knew he was
Right.
dope, but shit.
Or you go back and be like, damn, my mama let me listen to this. I
Like, oh,
wanna
shit.
sex you up. They was just singing that. Niggas was just singing it. Everybody was singing it. Little third graders just running down the hall. I wanna. And then they try to change it to love you up. But yeah, man, we shouldn't have been singing that. That shouldn't have made it to the radio.
I'm feeling my age right now. Because when Pete talk about second and third grade, I'm like, God damn, I was in motherfucking high school. About to go to college.
When was
He
that?
talking about, I was in second grade.
Nah, I wasn't in
Oh,
second
God.
grade when I want to love you. I was probably like 4th grade. I'm gonna fact check that.
I'm feeling my age right now.
That's
I was
what's
gonna
up.
fact
That's
check
what's
that.
up.
Yeah,
That's
man.
what's up. I think an album I dropped and then I picked back up was Muddy Waters by Redman. I used to rock that every day. Then I just, other things caught my attention and shit like that, other types of music.
Right.
And then I just recently picked it up because I've been on this like nostalgia tip and shit of my youth. And Redman, I don't understand.
A lot of artists
He's-
are birthed through Redman.
Yes,
If you
yes.
think about like metaphors and things like
Eminem
that. Like,
said it.
There's a bunch of people that like you can look at back and see guys that did it back then. Even like I've been following Eric Sermon.
Yeah.
I'm a big EPMD fan. he used to kill the metaphors.
Yeah, yeah.
Back then. So
Definitely.
even him, and then Redman came from
Oh
him.
my, yeah.
And then
yeah.
you got all the guys, like you can almost see people's like family trees and who like
from Eric Sermon, from
like,
EPMD,
right? Who came from who?
like K Solo,
that would
like
actually
that's a
be
bad
dope
one.
research project. We should put that on our Instagram. Like,
Yeah.
who came from who? Because you think about it, you
Like
got
they have
Eric
coaching
Sermon,
trees. You got
Redman,
hip hop,
Keith
like,
Murray,
like
you know what I'm
producer
saying?
trees and shit
Right.
like that.
I mean, it would be that would be interesting to really go back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
The
looking
thing
forward
about-
to doing though?
Go ahead.
Picking up albums. So, I'm getting my little room together.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
got a whole box of all my CDs. I haven't quite put them up yet. That's what I'm
Okay.
really gonna start digging again.
Okay.
But what I found, I got 2 boxes full of cassette tapes.
Damn.
That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be some radio stuff.
So we talk about
Yeah.
like for those New
Just
Yorkers,
imagine,
Red
yeah.
Alert, like certain DJ where you just
Yeah.
you do
Shout out
pause
to
tapes and all
so-so.
that.
Yeah, that's gonna be some like.
So
What
I'm
year you think
definitely
the tape's gonna be from? Like 88, 89?
probably as far back as like 85,
I'm gonna throw a name at you.
86.
I'm gonna throw a
You need to
name.
go and
The
put that
first
together,
time,
a
the
CD.
first time I heard about tapes, like New Yorkers make tapes.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna throw a name out you and see if you get a little bit nostalgia for this. Ron G.
Oh, yeah. I got Ron G tapes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have some.
Ron G.
I'm gonna play for y'all. Matter of fact, I might play some stuff on the show.
Yeah.
because- but I gotta clean off them joints. I gotta
Yeah, put
find
that
like
junk on CD.
I
Can you
gotta-
transfer them joints to
Yeah,
like
you need to get the
CD,
CD,
or
man.
I
digital?
could transform the CD because it might be a time I may have to just put them aside, like put them on CD and just put them aside so they don't break.
Yeah, and then
But I also
transfer them
gotta-
joints to digital, right?
Right, but I
Yeah.
also gotta find the motherfucking cassette tape.
Uh,
I'm gonna go to the pawn shop.
Oh, you my cassette player?
I mean, a cassette player. I might go to the pawn shop.
Yeah.
So, gentlemen, I had an interesting week, right? Not really. I mean, it was just a lot going on. First of all, my workload at work got a little heavier because one of my coworkers left. He wound up taking another job somewhere. And I'm not really upset about that. I'm just upset about the fact that, damn, I got all this shit to do. I got to take care of his people and my people and stuff like that. Then to cap it off, I saw the trailer for, not the trailer, I saw the Netflix series, How They See Us, or When They See Us. It's about the Central Park 5. And that shit is just haunting. The Corey Wise story, that shit is just haunting. And I just was thinking about it, just think how loyal this dude was. I mean, he wasn't even on their list, and he went down there to support a friend and wind up serving the longest amount of time. That's just how my week was. It was just somewhat a tad bit emotional and stuff like that, and cap it off. It was hard for me to watch. I don't know if you know about if you've seen the
Yeah.
Central.
I mean, I've struggled with. Well, first of all, 88. I was in New York,
Right.
so
That could have been
there,
you.
That could have been you. bro.
definitely, seeing all the headlines, seeing everything in the news, them coming up with that phrase "wilding."
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying?
not something.
When a bunch of us get together,
What
we're
does it mean, wilding? I saw that part of it. too.
But I struggle with wanting to see
It's gonna be
it.
difficult, Pete.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Because I've seen countless documentaries. Every documentary on it I've watched, even like Dateline in 2020 and all that. So it's already like an injustice was done to them. So I didn't know if I want to emotionally do it, but then I thought, okay, I do want to watch it, but I actually want to watch it like with my daughter. I'm gonna make sure my 13-year-old is in it.
Right.
Make sure Rella see it because she didn't know anything about it. Because I think it's important for us to realize that type of stuff happens.
Yeah.
Like,
And it
as
still
much as you hear like guys getting off after being 20 years and like this is a story that like in our lifetime like this could be us.
Yeah.
This happened when I was in
And
high
how-
school, like, and I was there and saw it,
And they arrested
like,
high schoolers.
and
They
more
weren't
than-
even.
they
Some
wasn't
weren't
even
even
high
high
school.
school.
They was like some
Middle
14, 15 years
Yeah.
old, going to like Rikers Island.
Every
Yeah.
black male in the park is
Go
a
on.
suspect.
I mean, it's like, but it also go like and that stuff is still happening today.
Yeah.
I think that's why it's so important to watch. Like right now, actually, there's a case going on about a kid who was accused of killing a jogger in New York City.
Wow.
That's the same exact thing.
And there's credible evidence that he didn't do it, but yet they're moving forward and actually with this trial. And they said, I read somewhere that basically the his defense team got a letter that's saying that it wasn't him. Like they don't know where the letter came from, but it wasn't their guy. They was originally looking for somebody else. So what I'm saying is like we can look at that and be outraged, but know that it's happening.
It's happening
right
now.
So let's not find out 20 years later that this
we
kid
mad at
didn't
something.
do it.
Yeah.
And now he's getting out. Now we got the same thing.
Right.
And now the
And
same
right.
documentary
We focus
again.
at the wrong thing.
You
And
know what I'm saying?
I know we talk about this a lot, but this shit is prevalent, right? It's prevalent.
For me, I did watch it. I watched it like the first.
It's hard to watch,
segment.
right?
For me, it wasn't hard to watch. For me, I don't know why, because I feel like we done seen it before. For me, it's not even shocking for real.
Yeah.
Like what you see is not. It wasn't a shock to me. I know I might seem insensitive or whatever because I saw everybody else talking about like how I was making them cry, and maybe I didn't get far enough in it, and maybe it was also my approach. I thought it was going. It didn't even
You
look
might have
like
took it more of a knowledge.
Yeah,
like,
but you're a social worker, right?
Uh-huh.
You're a licensed clinical social worker. You know, trauma affects people different ways, right? Doesn't mean they're any less trauma. Some people are numb to it, like not necessarily. I'm not saying you're numb, but you're like, I'm used to seeing this shit,
right? And that's what I think. And I think also like it's just like I think it didn't. It looked more like a movie as opposed to a documentary. I feel like it's a documentary. And it just looked, you know how the documentaries have a more raw look.
Did you see the documentary though?
I don't think so.
Okay, so I'll give you some homework.
Yeah.
You know, Netflix has the documentary too.
Where it's like,
it's them. It's
that's what
it's the news back then. It's
that's
like
what I would want to see.
See that then.
Yeah.
And then get your perspective from there.
And then
you
carry
may have
that
to
over.
watch that first.
Yeah.
Because I think what this movie is gonna do that's gonna be
it's
different,
humanizing them.
and it also has like you never get in the room from their perspective of what happened. You know, when you're watching a movie, the documentary, it kind of they say what happened,
It
but
shows
it's
them
as
hunting.
being 28 years old saying this is what happened to me. It's a difference when you see a little kid in a room
interpreting what's
what
happening
these
to him
person-
right now.
Yes.
Exactly. So I think watch the documentary first.
I'm gonna
and
do
then
that.
go back and
that
do
seems
it.
like a
And
better, because I wasn't able to attach to this, and I think once I attach to their stories, then the movie will probably make more sense. It'll probably go into more detail than what the
But
documentary
definitely
does.
watch it. You'll see a lot of our political figures.
Yeah.
Was back then.
They pulled
Trump.
old girl's stuff, man. Like she got some awards that they pulled from her.
Yeah.
because of
Linda,
this.
what's her name? Firestein?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your president.
Fairstein?
Your president was calling for the death penalty.
Yeah,
to come back
man.
for.
Yeah. That shit was
And
horrible.
still hasn't really said that they innocent, right?
New York never apologized. There's still officers that'll say, even though there's the suspect who did it admitted he did it.
DNA evidence.
DNA evidence. They're still saying he had help and they had something to do with it.
Yeah.
Even though the guy's saying I did it alone.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean, what do they have to benefit from for saying they you know, even after they serve their time and stuff
He
like
don't
that?
have no reason to say they didn't do it. They already did their time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So regardless if he said they helped me or not, they still
Right.
did their time and they're not going back to jail. So he
Right.
doesn't have any reason.
To lie.
He ain't getting no money for this. He got, matter of fact, another life sentence for it.
Yeah.
So he ain't got no reason to say, nah, they didn't help me. They was already doing their time. He was actually, Corey, in the jail with Corey Wise.
Yeah.
And admitted that he did it. And the funny thing is, they knew during that time, this guy was a serial rapist.
Yeah.
So the police had evidence that there was another guy that had already raped someone in Central Park and never put that out. So it's
It
you
didn't
know.
fit their narrative. It had a bunch of black kids in the park that
Yeah.
night.
Right.
So anyway, that's how I spent my week. You know, it was on some old emo shit.
My week was Man, my week was well. I celebrated a birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday,
On
young
Tuesday.
lady.
Yeah.
Woke up to like came home. I'm coming in the house. My daughter's like, all right, you got to cover your eyes.
Oh.
I go in the back.
Which
they
daughter is
got
this?
Balloon, the 13-year-old.
Okay.
Now I'm coming home with her, so she already know what's going on. So I come in the house. They got balloons. You know, they got me the little the iPod, the AirPods. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Beautiful cards,
That's
cake.
what's up. That's what's up.
Relis went and got me some American Best Wings.
Oh, that's
Oh.
what's up. That's the move.
You know what I mean? So we had that. On,
That's a good woman right there.
Yeah.
So
She
that
get
was
you
going
wings.
on. But usually I take off on my birthday, but I got like a couple of simultaneous projects going on at my job. So I had to I had to do a presentation for the board on my job, so I had to do that. So I couldn't take off, so I was working on that. So had a bunch of stuff going on work that all turned out like I was dumb nervous. I hate speaking in front of like a crowd of people. So I'm speaking
Right.
in front of the board and I'm saying like we should like there's monies that my job has and we're trying to create new programs. So I was on one of the committees, so I had to present why I think we should do a certain thing. So that turned out well. And then yesterday, right, Relis was like, all right, we going to go out for your birthday. So it started off a little rocky, though. Let me tell you the story.
Oh.
So, first of all, my daughter, another bar mitzvah, right, ending at 11:30 at night. So that kind of cut into our plans a little bit. Then we was running around, so we didn't get home until a little late. Had to put all the kids to bed. Arella's mom is here, so she gonna babysit.
That's what's up.
So we got out. We didn't have that much time because we had to pick up Morgan. So we got into a little dispute in the car. We was about to end it, like, all right, fuck it, let's just not go out. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll just go pick up Morgan. So I got home and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go down there and just wait like outside where she's at. And she's
Right.
like, well, come on, I ain't getting out the car. This is a relic, so she could have been like, all right, go ahead. So we go out there, we have a couple drinks while we wait. We pick up Morgan. We're driving home. It's like 11:30. We about 10 minutes from the house. I'm like, you want to go to MGM? She like, yeah, let's go. So we drop Morgan off, get her upstairs. You know, she go to bed. We break out. Now, let me just say, no child protective services. Arella's mom was
right.
home.
At the house.
We didn't have kids home alone.
Right.
So we go to MGM. First time she's been
Lincoln
there.
was watching them.
You know what I'm saying? We go to MGM. We go to our favorite spot. We go sit down, Spanish 21. Yo, we sat down with $100 a piece. Walked up out of there with over $1,300.
Man,
Yo, we had we sat on the table. We was on the
Man.
table for about 3 hours, 3.5 hours, just
Man.
playing, having fun.
Yo.
Like, we had a real good table. We wound up leaving out of there at about 4 o'clock. Yo, we
Yo.
ain't hung out until 4 o'clock in the morning.
Hey,
Wow.
that money
We
had
got-
y'all up though. Winning money? That's yeah.
Arelis was figuring out how we could divide it. All right,
that's
I know you want to buy your sneakers, so you take this. I'm gonna take
Dang.
this, and we put the rest. Throw
Yeah.
that, just throw that in the account and just chill.
That's what's
So,
up,
what's up.
man. That changes so much, man.
when you win,
Dog.
that's the difference between walking up out of there
Yeah.
like, yo, why the hell I took
I
that
didn't
hit?
I didn't have
Why
to play.
I took that
yeah.
hit when I was up?
Right.
Because when you play it, it's
You
always
always up.
it's always that one hand that like just kills your momentum because you took a hit. And if you playing like Spanish 21 or blackjack, one thing kind of now the deck has changed, right? If you don't take that hit and the dealer do it and they bust, the cards are gonna be different. If you take it, the dealer get 21 is gonna be different.
Right.
So I'm the type to think, oh, why the hell I did that? I had this much money on the table, so.
Man.
But I say I always win when I'm with Arella. She's my lucky charm, though.
That's what's up,
We
man.
always win, but yeah, we walked home. We was happy.
Right,
I bet
right.
you were.
I mean,
was
what you want to
happy.
eat?
13?
Where you want to go? We can go wherever.
Well,
Checkers,
which one you
Denny's.
want?
Well, and
Donna.
the best thing about it is, once you go, as long as you can have your card. Once you start recording your winnings, now
Oh,
you
yeah.
start getting free rooms, you
Yeah,
start
hey.
getting free things.
That's
So
what's
And
up.
they might be a Tuesday through Thursday, but you live in the area. It ain't like Vegas where you got to fly to Vegas on a
Exactly.
Tuesday. That's the bull right there when they be hitting you.
Yeah.
So
with
we
that.
definitely got to hit that up, fellas.
Yeah, man.
We definitely got
Yeah, man. I feel like, I mean, that was a Friday night y'all won, Saturday night?
Yes, it's Saturday night.
That's a Straight from the Horses podcast night. So technically, I mean, we supposed to get some kind of cut of that, man. Like, I was just thinking about
good
it.
thing we ain't recording.
Nigga, I
these
sent
views
you a
recorded.
$5 Cash App
And
request.
then you multiply that times whatever. I don't know,
That
man.
nigga lame.
Oh yeah, I guess we had a little happy hour too. But that's what's up, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So the happy
fuck.
hour. All right. This is another funny story, right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
So we had our little happy hour. P couldn't attend, but he'll tell you why later.
Yeah.
So we get the happy hour. A couple people, 7, 8 people, showed up. I'm there. Black show up. Right? First of all, he showed up late. Right?
You had 2 flats.
I honestly did have 2 flats.
He got a drink, right? So I'm like, oh, Black, we talking. I turn my back for a second. All I see is a red shirt hitting the doorway and going down. So
Damn.
I'm like, all right, maybe he went to the bathroom.
Smoke a cigarette.
Well, first of all,
Nice.
Black already came up in there with excuses. Yo, I parked in a real messed up spot. I'm like, all right, he already got his exit plan the moment he walk up in there, right?
Yeah, I walked parked real
So-
crazy, man. I got my hazards on.
So he out. So I'm like, people asking, yo, where? Because, I'm big and I'm like, yo, shaving horse's mouth. I'm telling them all about your Achilles. Like, yo, one of the co-hosts
Right.
got his leg messed up. Black coming through. Got a couple people to subscribe. Yo, Black was out. Then they wound up going to another location. And you know me, I'm like, I can't leave my man. I'm going to wait. Y'all
Yeah,
go
man.
ahead.
No man left behind.
15 minutes later, I said, this motherfucker ain't coming back. This motherfucker done left me
You looking
stranded out
crazy.
here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So I went and hung out for another 15 minutes. I'm like, I'm going home. You know what I mean? But long story
That was
short,
kinda-
for the crowd, we are gonna be organizing some Straight for the Horse's Mouth podcast
Happy hour.
hour.
CE.
So come through.
I promise I'll stay.
Black lost his invite. It's gonna be a Straight for the Horse's Mouth podcast happy hour. Minus Black.
Hey, the homie dance
so-
on here, man.
What
DJ
up,
Dan.
D? What up, D?
What up, homie? The
We
only thing
on Instagram Live now, so just so y'all know, we're gonna be Instagramming Live. when
I
we do
have
the
to
show.
admit, if I think it's a little too posh, I can't stay that long. I'll get bored.
Dude,
They got to be
you was
twerking or
there,
something, man.
Yo, you was there for. He didn't even have time to get bored. he had time to get bored.
I saw the
You gotta
scene
be
when I
there-
saw the doorman. I went upstairs. I was on the roof
So,
deck.
so lounge. So what about Looking Glass?
That's not posh. That's just gritty. Yeah, that's just gritty.
So you would have liked Lounger 3 then.
I would have.
That's as gritty as it get.
Yeah,
It's stinking all that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm more of a dive bar
but-
type.
No. This is the straight dive bar with the killer music.
Yeah.
Lounger 3 on U Street and what's that? 11th, 9th?
Yeah, ninth, probably like ninth.
See, on
Yo,
U
the
Street, you just
music
got
is crazy.
a bunch of
That's right next to
self-righteous.
Oohs and all.
Nah, you gotta know where to go.
Ah.
Lounger 3,
But the one that we went to, that joint was just so posh and so.
that's where you start off. You get the crowd coming through.
Like, come on to
But
the
the funny
dive
thing
bar.
is, and you know me, I'm like, yo, my other co-host coming through. I'm bigging them up. You know what I'm saying? Getting people.
Man.
Black came through.
That nigga
Man.
Leaves like, I ain't inviting you to nothing,
Nothing
ever.
else.
Never.
Nah.
Nah, I said he just gonna find out. He gonna find out
Like,
on
you
it on
finally
our,
getting
on,
the message, motherfucker?
on our Instagram account. He gonna
Right.
be like, but then Black is sensitive too, though.
Exactly.
Oh, right.
So then
Why you ain't invite me?
all of a
Why I
sudden,
ain't get an invite?
all of a sudden we gonna come to the show. He gonna be mad. Be like, yo, Black, what's wrong?
Slamming his headphones.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Y'all keep playing with Black. Nah, I ain't playing with Black. He gonna do it tonight. You know what
I
I'm saying?
ain't
I
slamming.
got a bad leg. He
But
ain't fucking me
anyway.
up tonight, man.
But
He's
anyway.
like, yeah, nigga, what you was saying earlier.
Exactly.
P, what
But-
you doing? You making that's a chemistry set.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But yeah,
That's
man.
what's up.
So what's going on?
What's
Tell
going on
us
with
tell us
you?
about your last 2 weeks.
Where do I
actually, right?
begin,
His
man?
NBA career over.
Man, I don't know about this Straight from the Horse Mouth pie. I done been in the hospital more with this podcast than my whole life, man. So yeah, man. So most recently, I was out with the fellas from Straight from the Horse Mouth podcast, and
The one I stayed.
yeah, the night we stayed, we were parting ways about 11:30.
Lamb.
So you know, the light was still green, but I saw a little gap in traffic. So
Thought
I
he was
said,
a running back.
Yeah, so I did my little 2 hops, and then I tried to take off. And when I took that first step, it said, "Bah!" And I was like, "Oh!" And I tried to turn around. So yeah, I had popped my Achilles,
Jesus.
threw my keys, said some explicatives.
All right,
Your
so,
keys?
All right, so
Yeah,
he being nice. He said, "I done tore my Achilles." Yo, his country accent came out.
yeah, man.
He hopped about 4 times. I'm like, is
Yeah.
he playing?
Nah, dog.
All right, so
Like,
he
oh.
comes back. Then it started.
Yeah.
God damn. No. Now, and only P would say this. He said, "There goes my summer."
Hey, right away, that's what I saw.
Yo,
That's what I saw right away. Like,
damn.
damn.
how you in pain? And I said, only P would say afterwards. I got home. I didn't want to laugh there because I knew he was in pain.
It
When I
wouldn't
got
have mattered.
home,
It
Nigga
wouldn't
said,
have
there
mattered.
goes
I
my
laughed.
summer.
He said,
There
there goes
goes
my
my-
summer. 8 weeks. I know how this goes.
I already knew. I knew.
Threw his keys, and then the funny thing, there was another guy
Oh, man.
that was on the side.
He's like, I heard it.
I heard that pop.
Yeah.
P like, you heard it? P still got that country,
Yeah,
good,
man.
go socialize.
Yeah.
You
I
heard it?
definitely was talking to the dude.
He's like, I heard it. You heard it? That was my second Achilles.
Yeah, man.
You had,
yeah.
let's see, your second one?
Yeah, man. The other one.
So
blew
you
on
knew
me.
right away.
As soon as it happened, I was like, "Yep, I know what this is gonna be like."
I heard the
Damn.
pop, but I didn't know. You know how a guy take off when you was young? You like hit that foot down and you just start going. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking, oh, P's about to dip. You know what I mean?
I was.
It took 2 steps, start hopping up. But I heard the pop, but I didn't know what it was.
Damn, that was my Achilles
And for
going.
a minute, I'm looking like, is he serious? I'm like, oh yeah.
I'm
he's
just glad there wasn't no
serious.
car coming, man, because I couldn't get back quick.
But let me tell you this. This how P a good dude, because P drove me there. P like, all right, so what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and drive you home. I'm gonna leave my car there. I'm like, P, what? How you gonna drive? Like, you can't even put no like you that's your
Yeah.
right foot, man.
That junk
I'm
floppy.
like, nah. I'm like, yo, I'll drive you and then I'll jump in the Uber from there. But that man was ready to with a fucking tour kitties drive me home, leave his car
Yeah,
with me,
man. Yeah,
and
I'm
then
like,
have me take my car and drive him home and leave his car on my block. I'm like,
yeah.
nah, dude.
He's like, it makes no sense. Let me just,
Like,
yeah,
that don't make sense.
yeah, man.
Like, then I'm gonna have to drive your car at some point to your house. So, let's just go
Yeah,
ahead.
it's hard for me to watch tennis now, man. Like watching that Clay thing, man. Like I just feel like, how y'all don't tell y'all Achilles every time y'all out here, man? Like you don't see them people on tennis, like they go back. I don't know, man. It's hard for me to watch anything in the strange Achilles now, man. But yeah, man, I got my surgery from Dr. Duagi. Yeah, so he's a national.
Kid?
Nah.
Did he rub his hand together and put it on your Achilles?
You didn't even need surgery.
Peace
But
on
nah,
you. Move
but
back
nah.
up.
He's a national surgeon or whatever. He's a
Oh,
doctor for
shit.
the Nationals. So
So you in
after
good
this,
hands.
I'm about to get drafted with the Nationals. I'm thinking, man, I got me a MLB Achilles right now. So, but we're talking about the vision board.
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
Yeah, man. I saw Oprah Winfrey talk about the vision board, and she was talking about how everything comes true on the vision board. Yeah, man. I can definitely say I every time I do put things in writing, it does come true. I think a lot of times with me, man, I just be wanting to avoid the work, man. I'm a inherently lazy person that don't want to work. Just to be 100% honest.
And let
with
me
you.
just say, he bringing up the vision board because when we're recording right
Right.
now, I'm looking right at the vision board
Yeah,
that he did.
it's general too.
and
It need to be more
the moment I
specific.
came in, I was like, oh, that's dope because I've done vision boards.
Yeah,
And they actually work.
100%,
They actually
I've
work.
never done one.
100%.
But like real specific stuff. Like I wrote a check to myself to say this is what I want to be making.
Right. Right.
Certain goals and put them there. Very specific stuff and not too many. And everything like it. And it wasn't even like I consciously was
Right,
trying. Like I
right.
put it up there and I put it in my office. So I would always see it, and eventually it happened. I
So it
haven't
makes
done
you
one
open
in a
to
long time.
opportunities and stuff like
It's
that.
like The Secret. Like you just
Yeah,
put
it
it out
really
there.
is. Yeah,
You put it
and
out
the
there,
universe moves towards it.
and
Yeah.
in the back of your mind, you're just doing little things to kind of get there,
Right.
and it just
Wow.
happens. It's just in the forefront of your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then kind of once you put it out there, it's almost like anything else. If you say, "Hey, I'm doing this," and I tell y'all I'm doing it right now, I'm accountable for it.
Exactly.
Y'all gonna-
Exactly.
Oh,
I'm happy with
I
that.
got you.
Oh
Right.
yeah, now I gotta tell you. So, you know,
Right.
like I said, you're working towards it, but you're not necessarily consciously just doing
Right.
the things that you need to do.
Right.
So they've worked for me. I need to
100%.
do one.
I need to do.
I need to
make
do
that more
one.
organized.
I definitely want to do one, but right, you said like
More
just
specific.
making it real
'Cause
specific, but
the
it's
one-
a good start.
Yeah, the one that was at the house, I was specifically saying I needed to make more money. And remember, I had the 3 jobs at the end of the year, and then I was making the money that I said I wanted to make. Everything that I said pretty much was going on. And I mean, and this right here is going on, but I need to be more specific because, like, what does that mean? A lot of those things, like, what does it mean?
Right.
It
You
just
know,
says friends.
Friends. What does that mean? Good friends, bad friends, friends. You know, yeah. What does that mean? So I need to be more specific, more intentional. That was one of the mantras of the church that I was going to, man. Like being intentional. And that's some real thing too. Because like also being intentional, that moves the universe as well. So like instead of just saying I'm going, just being intentional. So like if you say you're going to point A to point B, then the universe and whatever the barriers will find its way out of your way, man. But
That's what's up.
if
That's
you don't
what's
have
up.
no intention, then you just kind of go whichever way.
So
that
basically,
the wind blows.
you just can't write on the vision board and sit down and go eat a sandwich and think everything.
It said diet.
Like lose 200 pounds with a big ass cake in your hand.
Right.
Trust me, I've been there. Don't tell nobody. So, one of the things on your vision board, we were talking about friends. What did you mean by that, friends?
Just making sure I invest my time where it needs to be because I often feel like I don't have enough time for like just everybody that's invested in me. I don't feel like I have enough time just to show my appreciation and love and reciprocate the love that they're giving me. And I don't know if it's because they have more or less people than I have, or they're more intentional with, reaching out. But I always feel walking around with this layer of guilt for not talking to people. And because like I don't. Yeah, so my friend thing, sorry for rambling, but
No, that makes sense.
For the friend thing, it's just like I just want to make sure that I invest in like the right places. So like if it's a friendship that I'm just reciprocating just because for the simple reciprocation, not because I have anything really invested in them. Like I just kind of don't beat myself up for not being in touch that much with those people, but invest in the friendships that you have that mean a lot, that you are benefiting from. And that's kind of a selfish thing to say that you only going to invest in things you benefit from, but that only makes sense though, for real.
Yeah, it's
No, that makes sense.
survival.
I mean, I think I'm the same way as far as when it comes to friendships. Like, what I realize is that if the only thing that you have in common with someone is time, that's not really a friendship.
Right.
A lot of times
Right.
you hold on to
Right.
things because you knew them for years, but sometimes
Right.
new friends is better
Right.
friends
Right.
than someone
Right.
that you know for 25
Right.
years.
Yep.
Right.
So, as you get older, for me, like, I don't have time to waste. I don't have time to just, like, have a friendship that's not really...
Just because I'm calling you, you gonna call me so that you don't look like the bad
But
person.
you ain't really talking about nothing.
Right.
The person ain't really doing something like the your friendship have to be meaningful.
Right.
Yep.
For me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I think I think we've talked about this on shows like real early, like you start off, you have 20 friends. and
Right. And that feels
15
great.
best friends.
That
and this
feels
and
great.
that. Once you get to at least my age and our age, when
Yeah.
somewhat similar, it's like, yo,
2 or
you might
3.
have a handful of
That's
Yeah.
all you
of
need.
like people. You might have a lot of acquaintances. I think I have
Right.
a lot of people that
Right.
well wishers and things
Right.
like that. But as far as like dudes that like,
Right.
if I need something, I'm gonna call.
Right.
You mean
Yo.
like $5 cash out? No.
You know what I mean? Like it would be quick. Like no, like for instance, a couple weeks ago, what I needed. P always come. P come through like Yo,
trying to-
I needed like it was some.
a wrench.
It was something that afterwards I was like, damn, like
You need
I
a wrench
really-
for the.
yeah, it
Water
was something.
water
it was,
heater or
yeah,
something.
it was something crazy. And motherfucker P like, oh, I'm coming through. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
What's up?
yeah.
And do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, cool. You know, so like it's just shit like that. Like right now, you gotta have friendships that like for
Right.
me really mean something and really value because you don't have a lot of time, right?
Right.
You if you with me, you not with your son. You not with your lady.
Right.
Yeah,
You
That's what's
taking
up,
away
yeah.
time from what's
So-
important. Yeah.
I gotta be somewhat important, or we gotta be somewhat
Right.
important to
Right.
be able to have your little bit of time.
Right.
It can't just be, yo, I'm just going to bullshit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is someone that can teach me something that got positive vibes with them.
Right.
It could be someone who got vibes that you leave that person and be
Right.
like, yo, I feel like I can
Right.
take over
Right.
the world.
Right.
And that's it.
Right.
They don't
Yeah, I
gotta
gotta-
offer you nothing monetary or
Right.
nothing like that.
Right.
Yeah. I got a few of those. I mean, I have some friends that I sleep over their house. They make sure I'm good, or they don't. They don't send me out when I'm lying in I guess a good state. Yeah, I mean, because my time is, and for me, I know for me, it takes me a while to trust people, and once I trust you fully, I'm like loyal to a fucking T. I just don't always give that trust out, and I mean, and it's always been hard for me to make friends. I've always been that type of person that'd be on the outskirt. Like I'm your friend, but I'm, I can just roll at any moment. I mean, seriously,
Fuck you. You're cool. I'm out.
I mean, it's always been hard for me, but the few friends that I have, those are ones that I like truly trust that, and they'll tell you that I'm a dependable person. But
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna. That's what my next question was gonna be. Cause like,
Go ahead.
I was wondering what kind of friend do you consider yourself? Cause I consider myself like a crisis friend. Is like what I like to consider myself, man. Like
Superman.
If you like, no, not like just. Cause like day to day, I feel like I don't have a lot of time just day to day to just kind of keep people updated with what's going on. But like if you got something going on, like anything that's going on, like I feel like I would like to listen to anybody that I care about. Like to listen to your issue, and just lend an ear or suggestions if you're open to them. And I feel like I'm always open for that, which. I don't know what that's about because it's got to be something that's like feeding something within me. But like, I just know that I don't like. It's just too much work for me. Like, yeah, man, everything cool. All right, cool. I mean, that's cool
Like
as well.
the
but
formalities.
that only
and
needs
shit.
to happen. Like, if everything's on the up and up, we probably don't need to check in, but like once every quarter. Like, for most of my people, unless you got something going on, like positive or negative. I'm not saying you just call me in a crisis. Like, call me when you about to blow up. You got something going on, positive too, and I got all this for that as well. So it's not just like I'm just listening to you, but I guess I'm listening for a change in your life. I'm a friend that's interested in change in your life because like I don't if it's everything is steady then what we talking about?
Right.
It
That's
was the
what's
same
up.
thing that was last time. But yeah,
Right.
so what kind of friend do y'all consider yourself? Like
As I said before, if I trust you and know you, I feel like I am loyal and, you can always and dependable. But I think my biggest problem is, and why I have so few friends. It's trust issues. I don't get people with time to. Go ahead. You have a question? Anybody got?
No.
Nah. I just don't. I don't know. It's hard for me to trust people.
So I guess when you say little friends, it makes me wonder like, what do you consider? Because like you say little friend, that's like a judgment. Like how do you consider? What do you consider little friend? I'm not asking for a number, but like
No.
why do you consider it like little friends, and why wouldn't it just be I got enough friends?
Well, I mean, I'm not. I guess I'm basing it towards the society we living in now. How people consider,
Like 15, 20 people.
or
to be
you know, or
friends.
people consider people on social media their friends.
Oh,
Nah, I mean, I'm not that type of dude. And what I mean by little friends, I got maybe 10 people that I consider my friends.
I got
Other
you.
people they can are like acquaintance, and other people like, oh, where I know you from again?
Right.
You know.
Right. I got you.
I don't know I honestly, and I'll be straight up with you. I don't know if that's something that's wrong with me or it's something that I'm doing. If it is, I wish. I don't know. I don't know why I'm not. Why it's difficult for me to get close to people
I think that's.
or trust people or let people win.
You don't have to think there's
Circle.
something wrong with you, man. That's cool. If it's you, that's you. It take all kind of people to make the world go round.
But once people are in my circle, it's not much I wouldn't do for them, and you know, and yeah.
You shouldn't feel like that's something wrong with you. If you like, I know people that say they introverts all the time and they don't like being around people. Oh, I've hit my limit with people for the day.
Yeah.
the week.
I've been there. Yeah. Like, I can tell you one thing. If I didn't consider Liam a good friend, I wouldn't have came at all. But I mean, I guess I could have handled that a little bit better.
Nah, I don't know what type of. I mean, I think I'm the friend that everyone feels is like the stable person. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people call me if they want advice or want to know something because I'm free. Like, I share any information that I have, I share with people because I want everyone to
Right.
be good. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So if
right.
I find out about
Everybody
something,
gonna eat, B.
yeah, I'm gonna tell somebody
Why
about
not?
it.
Why
You know what
not?
I'm saying? Like, I'm always a person, like, if someone got something going on, they gonna holler and they know I'm gonna be like, yo, word, like, what you need from me, what you need me to do. You know what I'm saying? What I'm not, though, and sometimes that cool, because, like, I might not be the person that texts you back right away, though. I might be the person that you might call and you might not hear from me for a week because also I got a lot of life stuff going on. I got a big family. I'm
Yeah.
into my family. I'm into that. But, like, right, if someone calls and they need me, I'm going to be there. If someone's in the hospital, I'm the one that's going to think, like, yo, let me go visit you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me go through and see how you good, or I'm going to holler and be like, yo, you all right? Yo, you know what I'm saying? You need me to stop by, bring some food, whatever. Even if you haven't heard from me for 2-3 weeks.
Exactly.
So how can I ask you a question? How you get to that point? Because, and it doesn't. I mean, because I'm that way too, but it's only for people that I'm close with. Is there? I mean, how do you get to that point?
Yeah, it's only like, right, I don't do that with everybody. But if I feel like there's a connection, I feel, you know, that we're close, that we're cool, then I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm one that I trust you until you give me a reason not to. You know what I'm saying?
See, I wish I can be
But
that
also,
way.
I'm not like inviting everybody in my house neither. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's like you might have the type of friend. I got the type of friend that maybe we're the type that we only meet at happy hour and we have drinks and it's all good when we there.
Right.
And afterwards, yo, peace out. I see you in a month or two. We might holler, we might meet there. And that may be the extent of our friendship.
But
and
it's
how
good
cool.
times every time.
But it's good time every time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I also have friends that are like closest and dearest to me that I speak to 5 times a year. But when I speak to them, we might talk. Like my man Carlos, he's down in North Carolina right now. I talked to Carlos. I just spoke to him because we actually planned the trip to the Fresh Fest in Pittsburgh in August.
Okay.
So I spoke to him a couple weeks ago.
So y'all going together now? Y'all gonna be there?
Yeah, he's going too. But the thing that we spoke, we must have talked for about 2 hours. And the last time I talked to him was maybe October. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's like a dear friend. If he said, yo, I need you to come to North Carolina tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll be calling out of work and I'll be going to North Carolina tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what
I got a few that I would do that for.
Yeah, I mean, and I have new friends. Like, I think for me, it's harder. Like, I think just in period, as you get older, it's harder for you to make friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot harder for me to make friends at 47 than it was for me at 30.
Right. Because you're not on the scene as much. You're not
out.
out.
Do that. Like, think about it. How we met, P. Right? We met through another a mutual friend of ours.
Right.
Just vibing, like, oh,
right.
Dude seemed like,
all
right.
Right.
Me, chill. Now we cool.
Right.
Me and Tony, we worked together,
but
we wasn't really as cool when we worked together. It was afterwards. Because, well, really, I say Tony kind of real nigga in because he used to send nigga beats.
Oh, yeah.
Every now and then, he's to my Facebook. I'm like, oh, that shit is cool. Then I'm like, all right, yo, let's be here for a drink. We met her for a drink, whatever. We just been knowing. Now we know each other for a long time.
Yeah.
Considered, you know what I'm saying? And now we doing the podcast together. So, for me, I'm open to
he said real nigga in.
No, but I'm also like open to friendships.
Right.
I'm not close to them because
I think that's why
even though I'm older, like, and I said like it's hard for me to make friends. So I think when there is someone that I could possibly, then I'm like, all right, cool.
You're open
like,
to
I'm
it.
Open to the possibility.
Right.
And just to see where it is. Like I said, you may be someone who we can only have a drink with.
Right.
You may be someone that could come and come to my birthday party.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm open to it, and I'm open to knowing the difference.
How come I ain't get an invite to your birthday party? Let me stop.
Right. So two quick things. Like, I feel like what you were saying, God darn it, I forgot the first thing. Oh, yeah.
Hot darn it.
What was it? You were talking about being open to Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, if Anthony wasn't involved, it probably wouldn't have been transactional, no numbers or nothing like that. Like,
right.
Because Anthony was involved, that's why we were able to sit down and like interact in that way. Because I feel like if Anthony wasn't involved, it wouldn't have been like, yeah, we had a pretty good conversation. What's your number?
No, right. I would have walked in. We might have said a couple things, laughed, talked about the game, peace out.
Yeah,
if I see you again at the bar, I see you again.
Yeah,
that would have been that.
It never would have been.
But because there was a reference point.
Right.
Say, this person think you cool. This person cool.
Right, and I'm cool with this
think
person.
You cool. Then let's use the possibilities.
Right,
but then you got to be ready. Like, I could have
because you Anthony close friend, I'm Anthony close friend.
Right.
So
and it could have been you could have been like, this nigga Colleen my asshole. I could have been like, yo, nigga P, I can't fuck with him. And it would have been just some more drink. But on the drinking shit, it's cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he's somebody I could fuck with.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like I am open. I do feel like as far as I like having my family and I like having my extended family.
Right.
People that's close to me, like, and this is why I'm also sensitive. Like if somebody do something, because I feel like, yo, if I consider you part of my extended family, yo, you're a part of my extended family.
Right.
And I will like go all out for you.
Right.
I will give you like, if I drop a jewel, if I find out about something and I drop it on you and tell you about something that you could build, that's because I fuck with you.
And you've been doing that since day one. The Dropbox thing you was talking, that was day one when you was talking about this how I was making money. You know,
right.
you was talking
know what I'm saying? Like I would like if I could figure out how
that was day one.
You don't. So that's why it's like, damn, man, like you would do that, like. I fuck with you. You my extended family. I fuck with you. You know what I mean?
Question for the socially awkward: how do you get to the point where you're open to meeting people and
it's like if you want it, go for it. Like, but if you don't want to do that, then you don't do it. Just be whatever you feel. Do that because that's what's gonna happen.
And know the difference between somebody that's genuine and that's not. Like you know someone who you feel like, all right,
right.
But it's the difference if you feel like, all right, but I'm still not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like you fighting against the obvious.
That sounds like me.
You know
right. Like he seemed cool, but fuck that. Nope.
Yeah, exactly. This is how I am, and I'm not willing to change who I am, regardless of what the energy that this person is giving me.
Right.
If that person giving you, if you consider this person giving you genuine energy, then it's genuine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like. There's funny thing about Black. Here's the thing I'm gonna say about Black. He be like, I don't trust motherfuckers, man. I barely trust y'all. But he have niggas in his house. Like, he don't seem like the type that have everybody in his house.
I don't.
Yo, we used to go to his house every motherfucking week to record.
Right.
He like, I'm like, yo, Black, I get something to drink.
Go ahead, man. you want something to eat? Here's my credit card.
You know
Just
what I
run
mean?
it.
But
Run
then,
it.
right, putting stuff in, then you come back down. But you know I don't trust. But you know I don't trust y'all.
That's because y'all
Then, man,
y'all
here's my
different.
credit card.
Y'all different.
All right, here's my social. Can you write this down? Because you know my vision is messed up, right?
This nigga stupid.
Write this down for me in big letters for me.
But stay on some old.
But I don't really, you know.
But you know I barely trust y'all though.
Right.
Nigga, you had us in your crib,
Right.
growing up in your,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you do,
Right.
but it's almost like, but it's also almost like, I don't, if I say it and then they do something to me,
I'm
like,
fucked.
Right.
so it's almost like being vulnerable.
I do feel like, and I feel
Being
like,
vulnerable.
yeah, DC. I feel like people from DC have different experiences than other places, man. I do feel like, no, I really feel like DC.
It's in the
people,
water, in the fish.
It's like it's something
It's
about
in the
like
mambo sauce.
y'all,
Yeah.
y'all boys loyal, but then it's like y'all don't trust nobody. It's like I think it's a DC thing where y'all just don't trust nobody.
This
man.
nigga
Like,
said, "Here's
I don't
my
know nobody
card,
from
run
DC
it."
Right.
that
Yo,
trust
yo,
people.
literally, that's no lie. He gave me his card. It's like,
Yeah.
like that shit could have been saved in my computer. I could have
Yeah,
been on
it's
the
like,
way
here,
every
man,
week.
it don't matter, man.
And then we-
Get it.
You know.
They say my limit like 10,000, so whatever. I ain't really worried about you spending. You ain't gonna spend more than 10,000, right? I trust you with that. At least with that.
That nigga,
But my
that
other
nigga P
question-
have a way of. he have a way.
My other question is like, what kind of friendship are you looking for? Because I feel like
Yeah.
at this point, like your friendship should be changing, but I feel still looking for the same type friendship I was looking for in 25, which is like just a good time, man. Like I'm just looking for like to laugh as hard as I can,
Right.
as often as I can, and that's just like I don't know if like I haven't lived out my high school yet or what, man. But like I know people that only want to talk about Khalil, only want to talk about money. You know.
I think for me it's different now.
What kind of friend are you looking for?
I'm looking for motherfuckers that got my back.
In what? In like,
And
I'm not
I-
asking questions so long.
No. Please,
like
please.
financially, physically, emotionally. In what ways? Always. or what? Yeah.
Fuck you mean physically? Now let's
Yeah. You never know. You
not
supposed-
from the back. but
No.
have-
Nah.
Nah, bro. Just I mean, when I mean specifically what I mean, it can be all. It can encompasses all that, right? It can be like, hey, Black, I want to make like. I hear the story. Like I hear the story of making like how he made sure you got home safe. I'm like, if I'm ever in a position like that, hopefully y'all would do the same for me, because I'm gonna make sure that you
Right.
get home safe. Like I remember we had conversations about how, women would sleep on your couch and they're safe, and stuff like that. I want to be able to get to the point where I want friends where, like, if I get hurt, they make sure I get home safe, or if I'm about to go down a fucked up road, they be like, "Look, Black, you don't want to do that." Right.
So I'll give you more liquor. You gotta do what? Yeah, man.
Oh, you gonna
need
do
a
that,
shot.
nigga?
You need
Here.
a shot you need a shot. But no, I get it. And I want to
Yeah.
say that I feel like you're a pretty good person with that too, though. I feel like you a giving person. I feel like you look out for people, man.
I try to be.
But
the
more
type of
importantly,
friend. Go ahead.
but more importantly, I want people to let me know when my shit stink. Be honest with me.
I'm good for that.
Yeah.
This motherfucker, yeah. No,
Like-
seriously. This dude hit the most consistent
I love
person
that
I know,
shit.
though. He consistent, because I remember the first day, he's like, yo, I'm the person to tell you, yeah, you got shit in your mouth. But every time somebody got shit, he
got
the
shit on
first
your
thing
mouth.
that pointed out, like, he consistent. Like,
But
everything he
don't
talk
sell
about.
yourself short. You do that shit too. I mean, as much as you clown me and say, "Here, take another shot," you'll be
Nah.
like, "Hey, dog, come make some music with me," or "Hey, dog, nah, you don't
Yeah, I
want to be."
feel like, yeah, man.
It's more to you. This is your favorite line. It's more to you than that. You know what I'm saying? That's a
got it.
broad
Look at this, man.
statement.
This done turned into Pride Weekend Fest, man. We over here just... My bad.
nah. I
We
get you.
did just like thank each other. We was just being all gracious to each other.
Yeah.
So NBA playoffs.
Let's inject some testosterone in this motherfucker.
What we got on
Let me
live?
grab my dick.
We got anybody on live?
Tall Sally being nosy.
Hey, long tall
Gilmore.
Sally.
Gilmore might not be there, man. Say something if you're there.
What up, y'all?
What up, long tall? What up? Who else is on there? Gilmo.
And a green. I can't read good. Hold on.
I can't read good.
A green leafy.
A green leaf.
Is that right? That's what's the
I
name?
said a
Oh,
green.
a green leaf.
A green leaf.
A green
Arnetta.
leaf.
Arnetta.
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 Ain't right. My bad.
Ain't that a bit?
So, yeah.
But yeah,
Are we? Is everybody shocked?
Yeah.
Everybody shocked?
shocked about what?
Yeah.
NBA playoffs.
NBA playoffs.
Finals.
They got Drake on the sideline and they still winning. I don't know how this is happening. I do not know how this is happening.
Usually he root for somebody.
It's over.
They get knocked out.
He said
It's over.
Yeah, he fucked Game of Thrones up. He was like, shout out to such and such, and the last 2 episodes of Game of Thrones were fucked
Yeah.
up.
You know he took a picture with Anthony Joshua.
I know. That's why I was saying he
Joshua,
got knocked
yeah, the curse is
he
broken.
got knocked out.
Got
Yeah.
his ass knocked out.
Nah, Kawhi is a quiet superstar.
Yeah.
He's probably the best player in the playoffs now. I mean, with KD out.
You know what? I think. All right. The reason why I like this Toronto team is because this is what, like, at least I always talk about. Like, I don't like the 3, 4, 5 people trying to get together. I like when teams come together organically to be good. Like,
Right.
and this also shows that you don't have to have, 3 superstars coming together to try
Yeah.
to win. It's Kawhi, and it's a bunch of guys that's really good that's stepping up.
Like, well,
Oh,
yeah.
Ibaka's stepping
yeah,
up.
Lowry.
Lowry is stepping
Although,
up.
and when he had a history of disappearing in the playoffs,
Right.
I mean,
But
yeah.
stepping up now, that other boy that got his tooth chipped,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
got to bust it up. He's been playing big.
Van Vliet.
Like this is like, to me, this is how the NBA should be. I love it.
That's how
and
it
I,
was.
And I love the way that they're beating Golden State, who has but even though,
Let's keep it real though.
but even though, without Durant, that Golden State was created organically. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like it was when Durant
Correct,
came
correct.
that all of a sudden the
It was already
tide done
championship
shift.
teams, yeah.
But they was already, but it also shows that without him, with that team, how you fare. Like now it's more it's a better, like the playing field is like great right now.
right.
So I like that. So
Yeah.
but the
But let's
funny
keep it
thing
real
is-
though.
ahead.
They got hurt. I mean, if they didn't all get hurt, this series would have been over a couple of games ago.
No, I think if
But-
I mean if you take Durant out, let's just say, right?
Boy,
and, then
Kawhi- yeah.
and then you just got you put
Then you have the best
you put Clay in there still. I think it's probably
It's where we are now.
right. Or I think it could be
Or it could be 2-2.
easily 2-2.
Yeah.
I think it would still be a competitive, and
If Clay
and,
didn't get hurt,
right, and it's still not over.
No,
Like,
of course
they're gonna
not.
say they're not going. I mean,
It's the NBA. They're gonna make money.
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I
NBA
guarantee.
making
Right,
money.
Golden State gonna win next game because they wanted to
The
go
next
damn
two
near into
probably,
July
yeah. So,
nowadays.
Lane, you were saying something earlier about how good Kawhi is, how quietly good he is. Share that a little bit. What you were talking
he's
about.
like Kawhi do 38, and you be like, damn, he had 38. Like you don't even realize he had 38.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
he's smooth on the court. He don't play above the rim.
Right.
And that's
So
boring to me, though.
So he's
man.
not right. So but he's not
Yeah.
he's not going to be
I mean, he
anybody's
was
most
perfect
popular.
Spur, right?
Right. He's not going to be anybody's most popular player.
Right.
But he's more of the back in the day gritty,
I was about to say.
defensive
I was
guy.
About to say this.
can score, can do really
Who
everything.
does he remind you of?
offensively, you know what I'm saying?
Who does he remind you
Was
of?
it Magic Johnson?
No. I just wanted to know who. Do you think he remind you of Magic Johnson?
Nah. Magic had more flair, like, and also
Yeah, he's an all-around better player.
Yeah, like more distributor too. Like
I would say if anybody, Kawhi remind me somewhat of a Pippen with a better 3-ball. Or
You know what?
do you think
though?
Pippen was more athletic?
I give Kawhi. I think Kawhi's better than Pippen.
Yeah.
yeah.
And the reason I say that,
You know,
I gotta
Jordan-
get you.
and the reason why I say that
Yeah.
is because
I
And
like
this is going
hearing
back-
that.
Pippen had his
Pippen was
opportunity-
good.
but Pippen had his opportunity, right? And this is what I kind of lost respect for him. When Michael Jordan was
Oh,
retired,
yeah, when I know what you're talking about.
he was playing the Knicks, and the last shot wasn't called for him. My man didn't come off the bench and sat there. They wound up winning the game too. Kukoc hit the shot. Your superstar can't do that, man.
That's sorry as hell.
That's a
I see what
mentality
you're saying.
thing.
You
And
got
if your
to be in there.
mentality isn't
Let them
where
do
it needs to be, like
Yeah.
you think about great players, right?
They
There's
got
a
to
bunch
be
of
in
great
there.
players that didn't take the last shot.
Right.
Whose team won.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
didn't feel like they had to.
I
do it.
mean, people think
what I mean?
that
Yeah.
Jordan hit the last shot on that championship. He passed that joint. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right there, so I think Kawhi is better than
Yeah.
you know than
Pippen.
Pippen.
Look-
I don't he just
Let me ask you guys this question.
he just has a certain like his mentality. Also, he's
a little bit more
so
cutthroat than
motherfucking
people.
Cool though, like.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
never
it's
hear
like
a
that
sense of urgency with him. He
It's
just
that
come
quiet
up and he just
cutthroat.
do
There's
it.
some
Yeah.
mental illness with that too, though.
So-
Go ahead. Yeah,
well,
for
we-
real.
I need to
Also,
come back
he's-
to that.
You gotta forget. You gotta
I
remember.
want to
He's,
hear what you. I wanna hear
he's
what you
been
gotta
there
say.
with the Spurs.
Yeah.
though. You forget that he's
Right,
been there.
right.
So that being said, how would I mean? Is it safe to say, or would you rank him, Kawhi, and Curry in the top 20 of all time?
I can't say I would put Kawhi there yet. I mean, he's just like this is the first series where he's kind of
Yeah.
broken out.
So he's like 21.
So I think right. You gotta like time will tell. Like I think a couple more years, you win this championship, obviously, and you do it the way you've done.
I mean,
it,
because if you
you
said
move
he's
up.
better than Pippen, Pippen
know?
was in the top 20 of all time.
But I think, and it's funny because P said something about hip hop. We was talking about top, and he was saying the longer it goes, people start to drop on your list
Yeah.
because other people come.
Like films. I
You know
mean,
what I'm
like,
saying?
well, yeah.
Exactly. So now when you're looking at the top 50, when the top 50 came out,
Yeah.
how many guys would creep into
Seriously.
your top 50
Seriously.
and those bottom guys would come
Seriously.
out?
Yeah, like Karl Malone.
Because Horace Grant might fuck around and leave, and you might put who would you put in? You could replace him with a couple of motherfuckers. In this
Yeah.
point.
I mean,
I mean, LeBron.
You have enough guys
Right.
that's playing now that
Curry.
will definitely creep into
Right.
at least the top
Durant.
50, let's say.
Right.
Yeah.
So a bunch of guys are gonna come out when
So
these
we,
guys.
yeah,
careers
we
are
look at
over.
it like this: Durant, LeBron, and Curry are the three. So that means three people that's already in that top 50 is
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm
For
thinking
sure.
also like it's with Stephen Curry it's easier because like he has a specialty. Like you know he's a 3-point shooter. Like I feel like if Kawhi he's his overall good. That's why you can't really.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of people that's overall good. He's just elevated on all the levels or whatever. So I just feel like that's why you can't put him in that special category. I feel like if he was like a better passer than most people, then maybe you would throw him in that top.
I see what
20
you're saying.
conversation.
Having a
He doesn't-
specialized
yeah.
look.
But
that rationale, Magic Johnson was that type of dude. Well, Magic Johnson was an elite passer. So I
Yeah.
get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, his
But if you
all-around
can take-
game was,
but
and Bron has an all-around game.
They win next game and they beat the Warriors 4-1. You gotta say like, regardless of that, there's just greatness there. Like you still beat a team. Like regardless of who was hurt, at all times they still had 2 All-Stars in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't take away what Golden State was because Durant wasn't there. There's still a great team without it. So,
Yeah, they won it. Yeah.
so if he beats them, you're right. You can't quite. It's hard to put him in a category because you're right. You figure like, what does he do that's great?
Right.
But is there a level? Is there something to be said for being just super consistent?
Correct.
Super consistent. Always one of the best defenders. So you got that
Right.
on him. But I don't know if we've seen the combination of like that type of defense overall plus offensive
Yeah.
regularly.
Dominance.
Pippen was a great defender, but I
Yeah.
don't think anyone would say he was great
Offensively.
offensively.
He could
He
get
didn't-
off though.
He could get off.
Yeah, like that
And maybe
little
we
bank
never
shot.
saw the opportunity because
Because he was
played
playing
with
with
Michael.
Jordan.
Yeah.
But Kawhi has the opportunity to show where he's at, and he's showing it.
If you had to guess how many points Pippen had per game,
His career,
I would say probably like 22 points per game.
I would say like 18.
I was thinking 18, but I had to give him a little bit more, man. My internet.
I was
down,
thinking
too.
about 18.
What,
Yeah.
points per
Yeah,
game?
Can you look that
Yeah.
up, man?
Sure. Let me look that up.
Yeah, I would
Let me
say
look that
18.
up.
18.
Yeah, but I was looking at that top 50, and Pippen's on that top 50. And if Kawhi's better than him, then Scotty.
Guys are gonna drop out. The next time they do that top 50,
Yeah,
16, but go ahead.
16.
Yeah, I was thinking 18 at first, but I jumped it up to 22. But yeah, 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that.
that shit sucks. I mean,
That's-
if you keep
but-
it real, I mean, you have to remember when
Pippen
he
sorta
played
re-
and what he did.
Right, he was a role
He was
player.
more of a role player.
Yeah,
in
The
that
whole
with the
system.
team was role players.
Yeah.
Well, also just because Michael Jordan was that much like.
Yeah.
If he played with a guy that was a lesser of a superstar than Michael, he might have
Because
did
Jordan
more.
gonna get 40,
You know?
but he got on there with Kerr. He on there with Horace Grant, who will get 12.
So Jimmy
Bill
Butler
Cartwright
or
gonna get
Pippen.
8.
And also, it was a different game where guys didn't necessarily, teams didn't necessarily
It was
score
physical.
115, 120
Correct.
points
Correct.
a
We
game.
scoring
It was
70
Guys
points.
averages, so you can't really. So you got to look
You
at
gotta
it
use
relative.
the you gotta use the eye test.
Right, you got to
Yeah,
look at it
yeah,
relative. Like
yeah.
you wasn't gonna have 4 guys that's averaging 20 points
So if I had to,
back in the day.
Period.
anybody who reminds me of Scottie Pippen's is Jimmy Butler's. I mean, they have that same hard nosed defensively. Jimmy may be a little bit more offensive minded, a little bit better offensive minded than Pippen, but I think those two games sort of mirror each other.
I ain't seen enough of him yet.
What, Jimmy Butler?
Yeah, I ain't seen enough of him. I gotta watch. I mean, just
Yeah?
in general, I
Yeah.
can't say that
Yeah.
I haven't seen. I just haven't watched him play to compare him. To
You
Scottie.
seem to hold Pippen in high regard. I mean,
I mean,
is it?
everybody that came around with Jordan gonna be in. I mean, I hold Bill Cartwright in hard regard with his ugly free throw.
That shot.
Yeah, I don't. It's nobody like what's my man name? Livingston, Stacy was
Stacey Augman? No,
Nah.
not
No,
Stacey
it was
Augman.
somebody
Livingston.
Livingston, wasn't it?
I know you talking.
Little,
Yeah,
little
yeah,
sloppy body.
yeah.
He was out there. All of them, man.
Yeah.
Them my boys.
Yeah. Jordan had those tight, of course, the best shoes of all
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
The retro ones. I've been trying to find some of them joints. Only reason why I'm bringing this up, and hopefully I'm not cutting this off a little too soon. The only reason why I'm bringing this up is because I've been on this nostalgia of like old school sneakers.
Yeah.
It was already there, but it finally hit home. Again, I get influenced by Leem so much. It's
Yeah, man.
ridiculous. But Leem had I think it was like a little birthday party.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for my daughter.
And all of them had on the white shell toe joints.
Yeah.
That joint
Fly.
was tight.
Fly. Yeah, they stay
And
fly.
you know, if you see me, I'm always gonna have some shell toes on, right? And I was like, man, I got to step up my shoe game. Not because of that, but that just gave me the perfect
Lean be
excuse to.
inspiring people, man.
It wasn't really envy. It was a perfect
gotta do
opportunity. It was a perfect opportunity to I use that as a perfect excuse to step up my shoe game.
Right.
So I've been on this old retro shoe game or this feeling for a while, and I wanted to bring that to y'all and be like, hey, fellas, what type of if you can get one retro shoe or you know what I'm saying, what's your favorite joint?
I would say for the last 30 years, I've always had a pair of white with black stripe Shelter Adidas in my wardrobe.
That's because of Run.
Every year, literally for 30 years. And also, my daughter, she's had some, my 13-year-old, since she was a baby.
Right.
Arella's got a pair. Like, I just love Shelter. I love the high tops too. You got the low. I mean, I keep the low ones, but I like the high tops too. Like Shelter, are probably like my definite go-to. Like that and a pair of Timbs. It's like what I gotta have in my wardrobe. But you know,
Right.
being a sneakerhead, I do. I mean,
You rocking the Stan Smiths right now.
I mean, I got Stan Smiths. I got the old AI joints, the Answers. I got a pair of those. Like, I just love sneakers.
Yeah.
So I'll get Reebok. I'm not married to any
I
brand.
got some classics delivered to me yesterday.
Yeah, I don't. You know, I gotta have a pair of Uptowns or better, Air Force Ones.
Oh, okay.
You know why we call them Uptowns?
Why?
Because everybody in Harlem, like that was a Harlem staple. Before it got popular, everybody in Harlem.
I thought that was Tim.
Tim's too. But a
Okay.
pair of Air Force Ones, white on white.
Yeah.
This is way before Nelly made a song about it.
Give
Everybody
it to
uptown have a pair of, and we call them
Ooh,
uptowns. Uptowns,
Get me
not to
thumping
be
in my
mistaken
Air
with the
Force
Bronx.
One.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
You mentioned some classic ones before the show. What was those
The Air
joints?
Max,
Oh
man.
my
The Air
goodness!
Max with the big bubble junk, man. Like,
Yeah.
My goodness!
I got like that's the shoe I bought the most of. I'm not a sneakerhead by no stretch of the imagination. I try to avoid white sneakers because I know they're gonna end up turning brown on me. So I just ain't.
You gotta have the toothbrush. I'm gonna tell you the key. You gotta have the toothbrush and the Dawn liquid,
Really?
and you gotta scrape them up. I throw mine in the washing machine.
Oh wow!
And they come back
that's
wrinkled
a
as
joint.
hell.
Nah,
He said
no.
wrinkled.
Then when they come out, you gotta put the newspaper inside the sneakers so the
See?
front don't get all wrinkled
It's
up.
on New York, man.
Yeah,
Everybody-
man.
You know they teach that in New York public school.
I
Right?
know, right?
How to Kimberly Care 101.
And if you want to
Timberland
put,
Care
if you
101.
want to put like the Bounty in there because it soak up the water and make sure your joints don't get all wrinkled on the front.
Man, you should write a book,
Yo.
man. You should write a book, man.
Sneakerhead.
Yo, let me tell you the funny thing is, I came out and I was like, yo, it was in our linen closet. I'm like, yo, who put a toothbrush in there? My daughter was like, that's the sneaker toothbrush. I was like,
Like,
oh
my girl, come here.
I said,
He
oh,
traded him well, boy.
He had
My
a tear in
bad.
his eye. That man had a tear in his eye. I said,
You know what I'm
come
saying?
here.
Look
Come
closely
here.
in the tin, you can see NYC.
I said, you
Right.
got a sneaker toothbrush? I said,
Oh,
yes. I
that's
said,
my baby. That's my baby, girl. Let's go get sneaker shopping right now.
Now they come to me, how do I get these white sneakers clean?
I got you, baby.
they-
I got
That's
you.
a sneaker toothbrush.
Right.
I said, oh, thank you.
Daddy got
I
you.
ain't
Don't worry
using to
about
brush
it.
my teeth. I said,
Right.
I said, nah, you learn well. But yeah, like if people see, like, I got a lot of sneakers that I've had for years, and people are like, oh, well, for one, you don't necessarily wear. I got a couple pair that you wear all the time, and a couple pair you just bust out when you doing something, when you going to the war for something, right?
Right.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
That's how I can keep them clean
So you
Hey.
got
for
that.
like 3 months. And
Don't
then-
want to put you on the spot, but I got to know your top 5 sneakers of all time.
Oh, man.
Don't want to put you on the spot, but I'm
But
going to
right
put you
now,
on the spot.
Tell me, without thinking. Well, while we waiting, man, I'm gonna give a shout
I
out
think
to my
definitely-
cousin, Retro Store 803. He got the sneakers out there, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
he
what's
got
up.
some,
That's
like,
what's
joy.
up.
He got everything out there, man. My cousin, man, Retro Store 803. Check him out on Instagram.
Instagram.
He on
What's
the
your,
Instagrams.
What's your cousin name?
MG.
MG.
Yeah.
Shout out to Big MG.
Yeah, man.
Keeping us sneakers heads.
We gotta go see him.
And if you want, my size is 13, cuz Jordans, any of the numbers. I don't know the difference.
High top with plenty of ankle
Boy,
support for
yeah,
the
I need to-
Achilles.
And he would throw in a complimentary sneaker toothbrush.
Yeah, man. I need one with the ankle, the Achilles brace in the back.
But top 5 sneakers. Gotta be Air Force Ones uptown.
Dum,
Yeah,
dum.
yeah.
Gotta be Shell Toe Adidas.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay.
No,
Gotta be Stan Smiths because I stay with those.
Stan Smiths are tight.
Gotta be the Jordans, the one, but the retros because I've had those in like white and white on black, gray on white. Like I always stay to pair. Those are the best high top sneakers to wear with jeans. Best high top sneakers to wear with jeans. How many is that? That's 3. What else do I stay with?
You don't rock the K Swiss? Swissy?
Nah.
Nigga like, I'm from New York, man.
Probably maybe the Air Max. The Air Maxes is dope because you could get a bunch of different years. Like
Yeah.
95, I like 95 the best.
Yeah.
But even if you went back and did 93s, you would still be straight.
Right.
And I was never really a running sneaker type guy until those.
Right.
That's
just
when I
look so
really started
smooth,
liking
man.
running sneakers. Other than that, my fourth, I don't know, cause I buy so much. Like you know, what I mean, I got New Balance. I just like what's fresh.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And kind of what I like. I like buying like stuff that's different that maybe not everybody got. So
Yeah.
I'll get some real awkward color or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'll get like old school pool. Like I was
about to. That's when my top 5.
I was at Costco, and they had the goddamn Pumas, the black with the black on white. You know, I copped them. They was like, and I also, and for me, sneakers don't mean like spending $100. I'll get a pair of sneakers for $35, depending on how you rock it. Those joints are still dope, but yeah, Pumas. I stay with a pair of Pumas somewhere in my closet as well. So,
I think I mean, I'm from DC, so two of the staples, New Balance.
yeah.
And Nike boots.
I don't really mess with Nike boots.
Them Jones go hard. I like them.
They
like
they
Air,
do.
Air Max boots, basically.
They do.
If I'm doing boots, I'm doing Timbs all day, or Tim boots at night. You know what I mean? Not the or the construction joints.
Yeah.
Or like the beef and broccolis.
The
maybe.
beef and broccoli.
Something like that. I've had beef and broccolis. Woo.
I like the construction junks too, though.
The
Yeah.
construction joints you could wear with a pair of jeans and a t-shirt. We used to
And
rock
that's
them
it.
joints in the summer.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
But the bad thing, I remember when back in the day you used to buy the construction Timbs, they'd be like $80. Now they like $159. They crazy, right?
Right.
But once you get them scuffed once,
So
yo, it's a done deal. Like you gotta be so fucking careful with construction Timbs. Yo, and all the spray you put on them to stop them from getting beat up,
Don't
yo,
matter.
that shit don't work. Once them joints get the crease across the front,
man.
you might as well throw them away and get
can,
them next
Can
year.
I tell you my Timberland story, man?
Go ahead.
Man, so in high school, man, it was my birthday. My sister got me some boots. She didn't give me Timberland. She got me some Brahma
Brahma.
Man, they were Walmart boots, man.
Got you
They
Gordon
did
Dark
look
Trail.
like, but I had
boots.
But that's when the big jeans was in style. So I had my little big jeans on.
You would have been snapped on
Man,
like crazy in New York.
so I put the big jeans over the Brahma sign, and I'm looking at them. I look down like they could
Kinda
go
look
for
like
10. They
Tim.
could go for 10. So yeah, man,
Hey, bro, look.
I put them on, man.
But now you will wear them joints ironically. Like
I
I'm
wear them for real. Now I don't care no more.
I'm looking for some. I swear to God, I'm looking for some pro wings.
Oh,
You don't
man,
remember pro
nah.
wing? Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
See, this is that. I mean, you
I remember
up
Pro
north.
Wings.
Yeah, I'm looking for some pro wings.
But I put these mugs on, man, and then I walk
Stacey
into our
Adams.
motherfucking our commons area, man, and I still can remember, like I was like, I hit the door, that just an echo, like boo, 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 and it opened up. It seemed like the whole commons area got quiet. Then they were like, everybody was laughing, like. Yeah, like that was before one of those, but it was whatever the equivalent of that was, man. And then yeah, man. And then my homeboys, I got my boy Mike, loyal to a fault, man. He was like, man, don't worry about that, man. He name dropped somebody else, like, man, he be wearing stuff like that all the time. Hey, that's my boy, man, because I don't know if I'd have had it in me to help him like that at that point. I'd have probably on the ground laughing.
He said
But
the
he was
door.
like, man, don't worry about it.
With the
man.
pause.
Dog, the whole commons area felt like laughing. The focus came in on me.
How old was you?
That was like high school, like 11th grade.
Oh.
Man. Like so,
Yeah,
like
you can't be wearing no.
I didn't know no
fake
better.
joints to 11.
I thought like
I thought you were gonna
could-
say you was
like, I ain't
No,
know no
man,
better.
This was definitely high school. I try to put the pants. It was big jeans, man. So you can put the jeans over the sign. You don't
Wow.
know it's not Timberlands, and man. And once
They knew.
And they knew. And once they laughed, it seemed like my shoes grew. Like somebody got bigger, man. Right up in my, I was like, oh, okay. So it got bad, and I had to walk around them joints all day.
So let me
man.
tell you my Timberland story. Since we talking about Timbs, right? So when I was in junior high school, actually, the sneaker, the boot that everybody used to buy back in the day was North Lake.
Okay.
So when I was in junior high school, my mom's bought me a pair of the burgundy-ish, like the moccasin shoe Timbs, which I love to this day. Like I'll buy those shits. They the like the boat boots with the boot bottom. If you know people know what I'm talking about. And she bought me a pair of those. This is before like Timbs was like the thing, and I remember going to school. And my mom's we didn't have a lot of money, and most of the time it was. And Timbs back in the day was a lot cheaper back then. And I remember getting those, going to school, and people being like, what is those? Like being real. I was like, oh, like my moms know what to get me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they wasn't expensive, but they was like when Timbs was like starting to emerge.
Right,
It was like
right.
my first year of junior high school. I never forget that, and I love those type of shoes. To this day.
Man, that
I
was the
got-
thing. I'm sorry, real
Go
quick.
ahead, please.
Just like anytime somebody went, oh, we got this from New York. That was if you're
Yeah.
in South Carolina. That's how you impress
Yeah.
anybody. Oh,
You
can
got
get
that from New York?
I don't shop in Columbia. We got it from New York. Like,
That's
New York.
everywhere you go.
New York. We ain't get it from no Columbia.
I couldn't. I mean, I don't think I couldn't get. I didn't get Tim's until like maybe my senior year of high school. Before then, it was more like those are shoes hustlers wear. Or, I mean, drug dealers wear. You ain't getting none of those. Like, all right, nigga, whatever.
They'll kill you up here. They'll kill you in New York
Yeah,
with those shoes too, man.
So it was a lot of fear of wearing that.
I think in New York, everybody had them, so it's like you gonna take a pair of Timbs that somebody done already got the line through. You might as well buy
Right.
yourself a pair.
Right, $80, dog.
But also in New York, you can always find a place to get them for like 2 for this or 3 for like. You can
Right.
always find a place to get it for cheaper. Like if you know where to go.
You ain't get no fake Timbs.
Nah, never.
Did the fake Timbs look like real Timbs up there though? I feel like they would probably have some good fake Timbs up there. Canal.
They probably did. I mean, I would go to legit, but like I wouldn't wear no fake Timbs. But yeah, they was definitely you would definitely get them.
You remember a car?
Tag the thing a little bit off. The tag a little bit off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of
Sign
having
too big.
instead of having the you know at the top you got the brown rubber.
Right,
At
right.
the top, sometimes that rubber's gone.
Make it up
And
top.
those are like it just be all
The
tan on
D is
the
going
ground.
off for Timberland.
That's when you got to keep your boot. That's when you got to keep your
Pants
your
leg
pants
down.
down.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
nah.
saying?
But if you ever sit down and go up,
Oh,
I'm like, yo, where the
shit.
brown?
Oh, I know where you got the
you
last.
fronting right now.
ain't no why you fronting. God, it was something I was gonna say. I
My
can't even
bad.
remember.
You was talking about your
hijacked
sneakers.
this.
You was saying that you had you was talking about your
My top
five
five.
sneakers, yeah.
Oh shit. Well, yeah. So, classic Reeboks and fucking New Balance. That's
you
one
got
and
to
two.
specify with the classic Reeboks. You mean the first three times you wear the classic Reeboks? 'Cause
Yes.
After that shit, they,
They're not classic. They
yeah, don't
That crease, yo, sneakers that get the crease on the toe. I used to hate that. Like,
yeah.
classics will
Yeah,
rock
classic.
over on your ass.
nah, classics have you walking funny.
Yeah,
Not better your
them
legs,
little-
right?
them little-
Because you want them to stay
Yeah.
crisp in the front. Like, oh, we getting too happy.
Yeah, it's all right.
So yeah, I think also, but they had the little. I don't know what year that was, but it was.
God damn, Lee. So you've been
The
listening
ghost
to
of
Straight-
Tony. The ghost of Tony done struck again. Nah, don't worry about it, man. We'll get it. We'll get it.
Yeah, we had some technical difficulties that will probably get erased after
Nah,
the
it's
show.
cool. Don't worry about it.
not.
It's cool. Oh, you trying to get
This
away
is
from
real.
the machine?
This is Gorilla.
All right, Black, go ahead. You got the
All right.
classic Reebok.
Classic Reeboks.
New Balance.
I like Pumas. You know what I'm saying? Shell toe Adidas.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go with the Stan Smiths.
You can't go wrong with the they're like classic sneakers look good with any
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
like with a pair
Like
of Stan
khakis.
Smiths, like with you could wear a pair of Stan Smiths with some khakis and a button-down shirt
and look
look-
appropriate.
and go out, or
Yeah.
change it around and throw a pair of jeans on and a t-shirt and go out too. Like
Cal-
that's
yeah.
the dope
Right,
thing about
right.
like the classic
That shit clean,
sneakers,
yeah,
man.
that
They
shit
real
clean.
clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we about to.
Any shout outs? Anybody still watching on Instagram Live?
Who's the shout out? Who's
So
it?
if, we ain't got nobody on there.
We don't got nobody on there.
Yeah, we had Gilmore. We're gonna put Retro Store on there. We're gonna shout them out because we tagged them, so we're gonna
Yeah.
we had the shoe giveaway.
But just so everybody know, we're gonna be every Saturday. We're gonna be doing as we do the shows. We're gonna now start doing Instagram Live. So come
Right.
on,
That's what's up.
Give
That's
your
what's up.
comments. You can actually be like I'll record. You're gonna hear them on all of our social media platforms recorded. But this is a way for you actually to get on, make your comments.
Right.
It's like,
Talk
no,
to us
this
about
nigga
what we
did.
talking about.
Yeah,
If you say a comment, we'll shout it out on the show.
that's right. That's right.
And have that interactive conversation. If you disagree with us,
Right.
talk about it.
Say it. We the only one with a voice.
We can talk about it. So we'll definitely be doing Instagram Live, Facebook Live, all that.
I
good
love
stuff.
this.
Shout out Dan. That's my man.
All right, for Sean P.
Yes, sir.
Lean.
Yeah.
I'm black. You stay classy.
And I'm gonna stay
And
ashy.
find you somebody that loves you like Lean loves Stan Smith Adidas. All right, bro.
Peace.
What do you want? I'm gonna kill you, you bastard!
Here's the juk. All you see is crooks. Shout out to Havoc, good looking on the beat. Forever P. Street life was good. About to go in, son. Look, red bones and red bottoms. Like Red Bull, we gon' give them wings, we red dot them. Candy rappers, send them in, we red hot them. Headshot them, go against my grain, get head problems. Big dummy, garbage rappers, we red fox 'em. Shoot an actor in high depth and red box 'em. Tip the scales in my favor, stay in your top 10. If life's like a triple beam, I'm weighing my options. Y'all like why meth, you high meth. Keep a big popper, cause I ain't ready to die yet. I digress, or I'm just too intense to digest. Stretched in a Pyrex, compliments to my chef. Game ain't been the same since I left. Is they really crooks or just a pain in my neck? Wu-Tang, ain't no lanes in my set. Fresh pair of Nike Airs, I just do it for my check. I'll be the first to tell these rappers, get your bars up. Shout to P, you know it's havoc when we mob up. I tell that smut, date over, pull your drawers up. Cigar guts, all up in the club, putting squad up. Throw your squad up. Throw your squad up. Throw your squad up. Cigar guts, all up in the club, putting squad up.
I swoop in, shooting like I'm paratrooping. We all in, we riding, we carpooling. My whole crew, we diving, we platooning. Salute me or shoot me, Huey P. Newton. Your buffoonery is quite amusing. This is not monkey business, stop cooning. It's a method to my madness, I know what I'm doing. There's a reason why I'm winning and you steady losing. I'm about to blow like I'm ballooning. Then show my whole ass when I'm black mooning. Got your girl in the green room teaspooning. Hit my man with the give and go, alley-oop him. Spit Def Jam when I'm crushed grooving. I'm killing with succession, just keep it moving. I'm heavy hitting and you barely bruising. Come through mob deep like a Wu reunion.
I'll be the first to tell these rappers, get your bars up. Shout to P, you know it's havoc when we mob up. I tell that smut, date over, pull your drawers up. Cigar guts, all up in the club, putting squad up. Throw your squad up. Throw your squad up. Throw your squad up. Cigar guts, all up in the club, putting squad up.
Black Timbs and black masks. Basuda, niggas know they rap trash. My shooters get all up in that ass. I maneuver, finish shit, no half-ass. Little niggas, we birthed y'all for real though. Protect your neck, you stomped out with steel toes. My real bros, respect the code is real, yo. Y'all new niggas looking like some weirdos. But y'all niggas is co-signing, shook the whole iron. These little hoes be lying, that bullshit blow by it. On point, so don't try it. Wild like doing riots on Rikers Isle, you hiding. From the realness is real, kid. Having meth in the building. Forever P to infinity. Whoever don't like it, cut that nigga, let the fucker bleed.
I'll be the first to tell these rappers, get your bars up. Shout to P, you know it's havoc when we mob up. I tell that smut, date over, pull your drawers up. Cigar guts, all up in the club, putting squad up. Throw your squad up. Throw your squad up. Throw your squad up. Cigar guts, all up in the club, putting squad up.
The views on Straight from the Horse's Mouth podcast do not represent any of our advertisers, unless they like it.